Hi, today I'm going to discuss with you on how to improve your brain power. Several of my friends asked this question. So they said they want to improve the brain power, they want to do more. And so asked me for suggestions how to do this. And so today I'm going to discuss this topic. So before going to detail, I want you learn some basic fact about this brain, and particularly the one many of us may not aware of, and that we know this brain is closed organ, so almost completely closed. It's not exposed to outside. We know the brain take up 20% of blood supply from the body. So during the process, it generates a lot of waste. And so we don't know that how the waste was charged from brain. So today, just I want to going to talk to you about this the system in which brain to remove the waste from it. And the system is called gram-fast system, and that is and so the gram-fast system is system for brain to remove this waste, and this includes structures and processes that allow soluble waste substance to pass from cerebral spinal fluid from brain and then go through the entire process and get rid of this waste. And so here is just show this entire gram-fast pathway, how to remove waste from the brain. And so here's the artery. So the blood with nutrition pass through the brain cells, include neurons, astrocytes, and finally get into veins. And during the process, there's a lot of waste was created, and most of waste was actually to be discharged through this gram-phatic pathway. So this is a very, very important system. And here I just show you some example. And when this brain is very young, usually the gram-fast system is very, very efficient. And so other blood goes through and then get into veins, and they can easily remove all this waste created during the process. As we get old, the system start to have some resistance, so they're much less efficient. And so in this way, that a lot of waste cannot be removed. And also the brain cells get less and less efficient. And in some diseases, and the one theory that the disease caused most of degenerative disease in the brain is caused by this defective of this gram-phatic system, like in Alzheimer's disease. And the entire cleanup system is almost defect. So there's a lot of waste in the brain. That is the cause of this different diseases. Of course, this is also associated with that why the brain power can be affected by this gram-phatic system. So now we know this gram-phatic system is very important to remove waste from our body. So first thing you need to do is that to make sure that the gram-phatic system is working. And so you need to drink a lot of water. If you drink a lot of water, and the water will get in the blood, can go to the brain, so it can flush out more the waste. So the gram-phatic system will work much efficient. And also more exercise. Basically, it's the same principle. When you exercise, the blood will flow much faster. So from entire system will go, maybe in the normal situation, you just get it once. But if you use this system, if you exercise more, then it may be the blood goes through your brain twice, so you can flush out this waste. Another important is sleep. You should know that the glymphatic system actually operates during sleeping time. And another thing people may not know that when we sleep, brain is about only 60% of the size of a normal brain. And because they like squeeze a little bit, that's provide ways to clean up the waste from your brain. And also another important thing I should mention that is sleeping posture, because you need this all this waste can be drained out from your brain, and the best way the sleeping posture was have 3 to 5 inch incline, so you let this waste get out of your brain. Yeah, if you take good care of this your glymphatic system, and in most cases that you are going to have very efficient way to make your brain functional. Most of the case, because there's a lot of toxin in your brain, you feel tired, and I think this is one of the most important things, but we don't know it because we don't see it. And so if you want to have high efficient brain system, take good care of your glymphatic system. Of course, there are many other things to protect and nourish your brain and enhance your brain function, and such as supplement and nutrition. That is very, very common. And I guess you already practice it. And in the normal situation, all nutrition should be enough to maintain your brain function. So here I just want to talk a few things about social interaction and challenge yourself. Just that means challenging yourself. That means your brain need more exercise. The brain cell will increase just like when we build up muscle. If you use more, and this brain cells can be increased. I'm going to talk this later. And we know social interaction is very important. So I have such experience that when I don't talk to people for 1 or 2 weeks, it feels like some kind of strange. Seems that you cannot think it, because we are born to have connection with people and the people. We are not people are not for living alone. And people interaction is very, very important. So that is one thing. Try to talk to your friend, make a phone call, because that's the way you're going to make your brain thinking, and you're going to have interaction with other people. This is the way you use your brain. I think it's very important. And not very important is challenge yourself. And that's very important. More than 30 years ago, when I was in medical school, so the teacher told us that when we born, we get about 100 billion neuron cells. That's it. And because the neuron cells cannot be regenerated, but recent science study indicate that the neuron cell can also regenerate and regrow. So one thing is that you need create many different growth factors to let the neuron grow. One of most important things is challenge yourself. What do you mean challenge yourself? Because you need to do something new every day. And when you use your new brain to do something new, the brain will get singular. I need new neurons. And the neurons start to create some neural growth factor. And also, we know that if you carry out complex activity, and such activity can activate pressure center in the brain. And the pressure center will generate a lot of different chemicals, growth factors, including neuron growth factors. So, if possible, you should try to do something new every week, challenge yourself, even just some new math or new game. Try to let your brain think something new. That's the way to stimulate a lot of neuron growth factors. And the neuron growth factor will have the potential to stimulate your brain to get a lot of new brain cells. I think that is very, very important. Yeah. Challenge yourself and do the complex task is very important to grow your brain power. And if you can reach this stage, you bring on to much more active. You want to do more things, and then you can do more things because you learn new things, and then you want to learn some new things always. And you give the parcel, you give the message to your brain. Please generate more neuron cells, and this is a positive feedback for your brain and for increase your brain power. Yeah, that's the talk for today. I wish everyone have active activity, and in this case, you can increase your brain power. And that's the talk for today. I hope to see you in my next talk. Bye.